Looks like the stream is live. Hey, everybody. We'll give everybody a few minutes to log in. It is a few weeks before the holiday. Great to be on here tonight. It is another cold and rainy night here in Southern Cali. Nehemiah, what's going on? Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, thanks so much for jumping on. Mike1620, great to see you guys on here. Kyle Broussard, what's going on? Great to see you. All the usual suspects I'm recognizing right away. Love food like I do. What it do? David P, thank you so much for being here. L Adams, what it do? We're chilling, man. It is a very, very cold and rainy night here in Southern Cali right now. A little dry at the moment, but more rain is expected this whole weekend, and it actually started earlier today, so it is all good. Sean Selleck, 2006, what it do? Great to see you on here, man. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see me, Familia, jump on here. Alex Owensby, great to see you on here as well. Jen C. Molina. We'll give everybody just a few minutes to log on. Great to be on with you guys tonight, as always. I have a little bit of a different lighting situation behind me down below to help illuminate a bit, but still give you the effect of the Christmas lights. So let me see a thumbs up if it looks decent for you. If you guys can hear me, if you guys can see me, that will be cool. What will you be reviewing for us on a cold and rainy night? You shall soon see. Something actually not from my area, believe it or not. It's actually going to be kind of fun. Nice, getting the thumbs up. Excellent, excellent. Hopefully the color balancing is okay. It's not too dark, not too bright. I think it's just right personally. It's kind of making me look a little pasty right now, but it is what it is. Where is E. Ricard? I'm sure she'll be here in just a few if she is available. Jackie Hero, Food Reviews, thanks so much for jumping on. Doing okay, getting my voice back here after being sick for a little while. Drew's Food Reviews, great to see you as well, my friend. Let's see, is the food review Christmas related? Well, kinda, I guess you can say. Well, all will be revealed shortly. I'm not going to keep you in suspense very long, but we'll find out together here in just a few minutes. Let's see, going down the line. Jency Molina saying hello to Jackie. And Jackie saying hello to Sarah. Sarah saying hello to Jackie. I love when you guys are all interacting in the chat. You know, it is definitely a good time for sure. Hey, for those of you guys who have already logged in already and you're watching this right now, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Give me that thumbs up there if you guys are checking in. We got 30 peeps in the house and 7 people only acknowledging the stream so far. So if you guys can definitely do that, that would be amazing. E. Ricard's in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on, E. Great to see you. No pumpkin spice soda tonight, my friend. You are not going to guess what I'm reviewing. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. Kyle Broussard, how was your Thanksgiving? Very good, actually. I had a lot of fun posting some stuff on my IG story on that. Definitely a very nice evening. My sister went all out and just cooked up a massive storm of goodies. So it was a really good time. And of course, pumpkin pie, my all-time favorite, besides coconut cream pie, naturally, was really ineffective. Very, very nice. Let's see. Srivatsav Sagari. I hope I said that correctly. Nice background and lighting is cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you're digging it. Every year around this time, I always have my lights that I put around my thing here, but I'm kind of working on better using some lighting. I'll see about getting like a red or a blue type of bulb on the bottom to kind of give you a little bit more of an ambient effect. So I'll take a look and see what we can do. But I'm glad you guys are liking the lighting. Royal Wilson, what it do? Mike, liking the lighting as well. Appreciate you guys very much. We'll get started in here on about another 30 seconds. To everybody, coconut cream pie, that's all you, my friend. I love coconut cream pie, especially from Marie Callender's. It's one of my all-time favorites. So, David, it's definitely, I will gladly eat it. It's really, really good. Let's see. It's funny, as soon as Thanksgiving's over, everyone's, Nehemiah saying, we're immediately in holiday winter Christmas mode already. It's kind of crazy. And it's only for like a solid month. And then once January hits, we're into like Valentine's Day sales and Valentine's Day candy and all that good stuff as well. So yes, Christmas mood. I'm actually thinking about getting some icicle lights to put in my living room. I've seen some other places around here that actually have them indoors. And I think just not having the lamps on, but let's say you're watching TV, say you're watching The Mandalorian or anything else that's out there right now, and you want to have a little bit more of a festive look. I think having some icicle lights kind of strung around the corners of your living room would be kind of a nice effect. Even as a year-round thing, really, that'd be kind of cool. Yes, Nightmare Before Christmas mood. That is definitely what I'm trying to go for here right now, E. You already know. But yes. Obviously, the holiday mode, you guys already know, it's all about the shopping and doing things. Everyone's busy doing stuff, and between me doing my reviews and filming and all my regular life things, I'm trying to gear up for that as well. So yes. So guys, with that, it's just after 8 o'clock. Let's get into it right now. Greetings, 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 and salutations. If that's even said anymore these days, I doubt it. It's Ian K from Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. December 6th. Unbelievable. I can't believe we're already into the month already. I create what I like to call high-quality foodie features here on Peep This Out Reviews, my little section of the YouTube universe. And I definitely have so much fun creating every single time. Have a look around the channel. There's plenty of playlists that are set up, and you guys have plenty of content available to you there. I'm actually counting down. I have about another 7 or 8 videos before I hit the magic 1,000 mark from basically any type of video content creation thing that I've done here on my channel counts as a video. So that includes some of my older stuff, movie reviews, tech reviews back in the day as well. But coming up on 1,000 videos or 1,000 pieces of content created, which is absolutely obscene. When I look back on the portfolio of stuff that I've done over the last 6 years, it's kind of crazy. Buzz, hello from Disneyland. Buzz, thanks so much for jumping on. Be safe out there. It is definitely wet and wild here in Southern Cali right now, with the rains coming in here for the weekend a little early today. Hopefully you are going to be all right. So please, please, please be careful, please. Six Woods Taylor, brand new YouTube channel is called Six Woods Taylor. Cool, very, very cool. He's promoting there. If you guys have anything you'd like to kind of put into the chat here as well, definitely do so. And incidentally, should you guys wish to contribute to the channel here, incidentally, that you're watching at the moment here, I kind of got off my whole intro there for a second. You'll find 2 ways to do that down below. Of course, we have the super chat here in the chat that you guys can utilize, but YouTube does take, I believe, about 30% of that. Should you wish to go direct, you'll find the PayPal link down below as well. If you guys are watching this on desktop, you'll find that in the banner. And definitely put something in there should you wish to do so. And naturally, it goes right back into the channel to create the stuff that you see in front of you right now, as well as content multiple times every single week, in addition to the live streaming and all that other fun stuff there. So with that, let's take a look and see who else we've got in here. We've already acknowledged a whole bunch of people here right now. We got 33 people in the house, 17 thumbs up only. So if you guys are just happening across, you guys know what to do. But let's see here. You guys wondering why I put Better Watch Out in the title for this review tonight? See if you guys can guess on why I'm putting that in there. Let's see. If you guys saw my Instagram recently, you're probably going to know right away. But let's see who pops in here with the answer. I appreciate that. Rick Marone, thanks so much for jumping in here as well, and for the thumbs up. Mike as well. Appreciate you greatly. Tonight's drink of choice, refreshing agua. Nothing too crazy at all, just some H2O. Something to do with Michael Myers? Well, I guess a thriller, so to speak. It's one way to do that. Nehemiah, yes, it was a movie called Better Watch Out. That's right. It's the holiday time, and one of my all-time favorite movies is always on the holiday list, and it's getting more and more into that every single year. This movie came out a couple of years ago. This is actually the movie that I did some voiceover work on. I actually watched it again last night. I lost count how many times I've watched this movie at this point. But the wifey wanted to check it out. She hadn't watched it all the way through. So we watched the movie all the way through, and it was a blast to do. So I kind of put up some stuff on my Instagram, and you guys can take a look at that there. I'm in the credits at the very end of the film, which is really, really just awesome. I love this movie only because it's like a new take on an invasion type of thriller, movie with some satire, with a little bit of comedy in there. But this was a lot of fun to kind of help out with as well. So Better Watch Out, frightfully and delightful. Frightful and delightful, according to the Hollywood Reporter here. So really, really awesome flick. If you haven't seen this one, I picked up the Blu-ray, but it's really just an amazingly fun film. And it's got a nice, cool, atmospheric type of blend, naturally with the holidays, because it takes place during Christmas. And for all those movies that do take place during Christmas, only a select few really kind of make it onto those lists every single year. So, of course, Home Alone, A Christmas Story. But for some of the other horror movies and things like that, too, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, Better Watch Out is consistently ranking in terms of just cult status of people really enjoying the film, and it's something you should check out. So if you haven't seen this one, I would recommend it. My stuff, just to let you know, is typically a lot of the TV background stuff. So when you see the main character talking to his babysitter who's watching him, and you hear a lot of the stuff happening on the TV, there's a few segments where that's actually me doing stuff on the TV, saying stuff. So it's kind of like some brief voiceover things, but it was enough to actually get into the credits, which I was very happy about. And it was fun to work with the other actors and to create that sound or that soundtrack that they would use in there. So throughout the scene when they're on the couch and you hear like the horror movie and you see some clips actually on the screen of other things, they blended that with the audio from all of the other actors who put that stuff together, and I was involved with that. So it was really fun to do. So Better Watch Out, I highly recommend it. Best Medicine Productions, Brian Hamble, producer, who I know very well, definitely an awesome film, just an awesome film. As well. So actually, if you guys actually are interested in this type of movie, his latest movie from Brian Hamble that I know, this is the one actually who worked on this film. There's a movie that just came out with Robert Patrick, which is the T-1000 from Terminator 2 called Tone Deaf. So if you guys haven't seen Tone Deaf, take a look at that one. Actually is another awesome flick. But this one actually is going to hold a special place in my heart always because of, being able to kind of work on that. So really, really cool stuff. Better Watch Out. Definite recommendation. And every year around this time, I always bring it up because it's really the perfect time to do it, considering it's Christmas and maybe Halloween, do that too around then. So let's see here. Pika Pika, I love that movie and say hi. Cool. Very nice. Glad you enjoy it. It's definitely a blast. The wifey liked it all the way through. Just me out here. Sherry, how you doing? Thanks so much. Drew, so Ian put his radio TV voice's part. Well, just a little bit, I guess so. Frankie Jane, you better watch out. 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 All right, that's the last time I'm going to say that. That's the last time I'm going to say it that way. But there you go. Blake R., thanks so much. I appreciate you for jumping on. DQ's Candy Cane Blizzard is amazing from eRicard. I have to see about doing some reviews like for desserts at some point there. It's so hard to do. I got to tell you, when I reviewed that birthday cake sundae, the cookie sundae from Wendy's, it was a real pain to immediately get that drive-through, get to where I needed to go, set it up. And, it was just really, really, really hard to film ice cream. I got to admit, it really was. Sean, we're watching it tonight. Cool. Very, very cool. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. If you have any trouble trying to hear where my stuff is, you'll hear it there. It was a lot of fun to do. Yes, Sean, I am in the credits there. Take a look at my IG. You'll see I put up two pictures. One is actually the box with in the background with the TV, and the second picture has me in the credits there. Not on IMDb. I don't have a personal thing on IMDb. I'm not quite up there yet. But for the movie, at least, it's kind of cool to always be in there. Thug Bunny's TV, Foodies neglect Jack in the Box. Not me. Actually, my last two reviews have been Jack in the Box related. The donuts, actually the last three. Well, recently the three ones there. The donut, the cereal flavored version that they came out with there, as well as the chicken breakfast Jack, which was a really, really tasty item as well. And then today, which was the Tres Leches with strawberries, the parfait, which was pretty good as well. Drew, let's see. I have a collab with Crushed Candy Cane Pieces, Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Not just meant. Drew says I have a collab with Critical Hit Japan coming up tomorrow. Nice. Very, very cool, my friend. Nice. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Let's see here. Six Woods Taylor, this month and this year is the 30th anniversary of Chevy Chase National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's craziness. That is craziness right there. 35th anniversary for Ghostbusters, too, this year, too. And just so you guys know, Ghostbusters Afterlife, the next film, finally, the true number 3 coming out, will be out actually on Monday, believe it or not. SLA 26, you are listed IMDb. Just check. Really? Well, I have to take a look at that. You're going to have to forward me that info. That's crazy. I haven't even checked. I thought you had to register for stuff like that. Naturally with the Internet Movie Database stuff there, I thought you had to actually have something set up, but cool. I was pulling up IMDb and said you weren't on there, but you are listed. Wow. You guys are going to have to send me something direct. I'll take a look at it for sure. But that's awesome. That's awesome. I feel very humbled and grateful for that. That is amazing. Six Woods Taylor, this year and this month is the 55th anniversary of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Very nice. I'm beginning to feel very, very old. But then again, all of those cartoons from back in the day, and I loved watching, like the Snoopy stuff, all the Peanuts gang, stuff like that as well. Anything that's actually 55, 60 years old, I'm actually okay with because it's back then. But when I hear like Ghostbusters is 35 years old, or whatever the latest anniversary is for a film that came out like in the 80s, it makes me feel like, oh man, it's just like, it's more more impactful that way. You know, it kind of like, you know, makes you really take a step back. It's crazy. Doug Bunny's TV, Jack in the Box breakfast has the best fast food eggs. How do you feel about the rubbery fast food eggs? You know, it depends. Jack in the Box does make a pretty decent egg sandwich. In general, just the breakfast Jack is good. I haven't had one in so long, I got to be honest, Doug. So it was a little bit of a new experience again, because I'm not really like a breakfast person. Funny, I had actually today, as my phone is going up here, I actually had breakfast for the first time in a long time as like a full-on like French toast, eggs, and that type of thing with a family member today. And I was like, I hadn't really had breakfast in a long time, at least like that. So to have it once in a while is good, but I'm not really one for fast food breakfast. But when I do, it's definitely bomb. It's definitely bomb. S. Selick, super chat donation with the $5. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you greatly. I got you back. I got you back for sure. You're familiar right there. S. Selick, I appreciate you. But in terms of rubbery eggs, it depends upon how you do it, you know, naturally depending upon where you go. McDonald's, I think, is all right. I haven't really had anything that really is classified as kind of rubbery like that. But again, like I said, I don't really have breakfast too often. Dunkin' Donuts has got weird eggs. You know, their wrap, Derek, actually, that's from Derek Levesque, is actually pretty tasty. It actually is pretty good. But, you know, it's microwavable type of things with the tortilla and the cheese. Actually, not bad. It's not bad at all. But again, I'm not an aficionado of that particular type of thing. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. But again, S. Selick, I appreciate the super chat donation. Shout outs and homie hugs to you. I appreciate you very much. Always goes back into the channel. Greatly appreciated. Derek, yes, the wraps aren't bad. You know, sometimes they have the 2 for $4, and that's actually pretty bomb, I have to admit, as well. So really, really good stuff. Six Woods Taylor, true or false? Ian K from Peep THIS Out likes to drink peppermint hot chocolate. Not really a super fan of peppermint, so I may have just given it away just a little bit right there. Van, sup Ian, first time on the live chat. Thanks so much for jumping on, Van. I appreciate you being here right now. Usually on Friday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I try and jump on just about every week. Sometimes things come up. But definitely, this is my time slot that I think I've carved out on Friday nights. So you'll always know if I'm going to be going live. Check, obviously, my IG during the day on Friday, because if anything comes up, I will post something in IG story always to let you guys know. But if you don't see it, 9 times out of 10, it's there. So I'm here right now for you. Let's see. Drew, Ian wants a grilled tomato and egg breakfast jack. You are funny, my friend. You are funny. If it's like, you know, like maybe like a roasted tomato or something like that, a Roma tomato cut, like, you know, fried or something like that. Let's just say, Drew, if it's dipped in like fried batter of some type and then like, you know, put on with cheese and put on with something like that, I may try it. I may try it, but no, more often than not, you already know me with tomatoes. It is what it is. Dylan, Ian, hope you're doing well. Did you see The Lighthouse? No, I haven't seen that yet with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. I definitely want to check that out. It looks pretty fantastic. Getting really good reviews as well. Gearing up for Rise of the Skywalker in a couple of weeks. I think everybody is. We're going on the 19th at 10 o'clock. I'm super excited to check out the what they're calling the end of the Skywalker saga, but it's really the end of the Rey saga. Skywalker is kind of like on the side, this whole trilogy. For the most part, it's really the story of the new characters primarily. I think we all know that, but looking forward to it either way. E. Ricard, Ian's going to review roasted chestnut and eggnog smoothie. Too much, E. Matt Covington, great to see you on here, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping in. I'm doing all right. Chilling, having some good times here on the chat, getting into it with everybody. We got 53 peeps in the house, 27 thumbs up, 1 super chat donation from Sean Selick, 2006. Incidentally, you guys will find this replay available the very next day after it airs at some point. Definitely, if you guys are watching this on the replay right now, take a look down below and you're going to see the official sponsors of the stream tonight. So far, we have got Sean in effect. Anyone else by that time, hopefully by the end, naturally, you'll find your names in the spotlight down below as well. And I appreciate you guys for doing that as well. And that includes any PayPal type of donations, which I won't know until after the stream. You guys will be there too. So thank you in advance. And actually, if you're watching this after, thank you. So let's see. Bobby is puffing it and doing it. He's watching it up. Very nice. Van, have I seen the Joker? Yes, I did enjoy it, although I don't believe that is the real Joker. I'm sorry, I don't. I think that is the character that inspires the real Joker, strictly because the identity of him and just the overall origin. Nobody has ever really known the real origin of the Joker because it's just not known. It was never created. So all of these interpretations of who he is, I don't believe that is the actual one, because if you think of the age of Bruce Wayne in that movie and the Joker, how he is in that current age, it doesn't quite match up in terms of that there. So I don't think that personally that is the Joker. I think, especially with the makeup job and everything like that, it's not. So it's an interpretation. It's a one-off film. But I think that the real inspiration will rise up at some point down the road if they make this a little bit more of a trilogy, which they were kind of talking about, rumored to be. I think it'll be Arthur Fleck is just the inspiration, one of the inspirations for the real Joker coming about, because we all know how the real Joker was, came to be, right? He was dropped in Axis Chemicals and, became what he became. That's not with this movie at all. It's completely separate. So just an interpretation. It's not part of the canon, but a great film, though. I got to say, just as a society study in terms of just the current political environment and the way things are right now, it definitely was pretty awesome in terms of how it was. So not to say Batman won't be in the other next movie or two. It's rumored to be, I think they were looking at, what's the guy's name? Bradley Cooper, I was reading actually, supposedly as playing Batman in that universe for the next Joker movie. So if they do something with it, like I said, I don't think it's really the Joker. I don't think it's the Joker, but very, very cool film. Let's see here. Going down the line, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Well, aside from Better Watch Out from Pika Pika, asking me that question. I think it's Pika Pika, right? Yeah, it is. I would have to say A Christmas Story, to be honest. I mean, I love that with Flick, with all the bully and, you're going to shoot your eye out. I mean, it's an all-time classic film. Aside from the first Home Alone, of course, I mean, that's for the 90s. It is what it is. But for my generation from back in the 80s, A Christmas Story reigns supreme, and I think it always will be. And I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, is it AMC or TCM or one of these networks? They play it like every single 2 hours, it's like literally the only movie they play on the channel all day. I think that's what it is. And it's on Christmas Day, I believe they do that. I think Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is the combination where they pretty much run that film continuously. And I'm okay with that. Let's see. Thug Bunnies, you're going to thank me for this. Burger King has a 2 for $6 Whopper. Get 2 Whoppers, remove the bottom bun, make the sandwich and the remainder, and we call it a sloppy top Whopper. Just me. Wow, that sounds cool. Well, obviously you want to get rid of the bread, right? You don't want to have too much of that bread. But get 2 Whoppers, remove the bottom bun from both, and then you make the sandwich with the remainder there. So essentially you have the sesame seed on top and bottom. That sounds kind of crazy. The sloppy top Whopper. Trust me. Very cool. Very cool. Yes, Nehemiah, Batman does have the most insane villains ever. I agree with that. Out of every comic character out there, I highly think that is true. And there is IMDb. So let me open this in a separate window. So we'll have that open over there, and I'll take a look at that in just a second. That is very cool. I appreciate that, E. Thanks so much for dropping that in the chat. And let's see here. Frankie James, love A Christmas Story too. I watch it every year. Yep, I'm telling you, it's classic. It is classic. It really is. TBS. Okay, cool. Matt Covington, TBS, Rick Marone, TBS. Nice. TBS and TNT. It's basically running like all the time. I mean, it's just the all-time classic. Scrooged, yes. E. Ricard, I forgot about that. Scrooged, of course, too. One of the all-times as well. But naturally, even though still that's like a 90s or a late 80s, early 90s, or late 80s flick, I guess, for two. Any of the 80s flicks definitely hold a special place. And some people are going to argue Die Hard is a Christmas movie. And I heard in an interview, Bruce Willis says, no, it's a Bruce Willis movie. So talk about being pretentious, right? I mean, come on. Do you guys think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down if you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yes or no? I'm very curious to know, because a lot of people ask the question. It's like a meme all in itself. So thumbs up if you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Thumbs down if it's not. Scrooge, yes. L. Adams, thumbs down. Ed Keaton, a massive thumbs up. That's a whole lot of thumbs up right there. Regardless, it's a very good movie. I would agree. I wouldn't say it's a Christmas movie in the essence of what a Christmas film is. I think it's an action film that takes place behind Christmas because it's during the time of the year. So I don't believe it's a Christmas movie at all. Yes, I agree, E-Ricard. See, we get a lot more of the thumbs down than we do thumbs up. Not to say that opinion is wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to take anything away negative about this. I just think that there's too much emphasis placed on Die Hard being either a Christmas movie or not by a lot of different people. I mean, they really push it. And here I am trying to do that right now because I only want to get the answer of what you personally think. But naturally, it's an action movie with the backdrop being during the holiday time. So any other film that does a holiday film during any type of holiday is considered, I guess, that holiday's movie, so to speak. But you can't deny that it's pretty awesome. Lethal Weapon 1, I would say that's, well, it's still an action movie with the backdrop. It's got some Christmas thrown in there because of the holiday time frame. Something about an action movie where there is just like cold environments or just like, a holiday theme, I guess, always adds a little bit of a layer of atmosphere to the overall. Bad Santa, yes, S. Selleck, you already know what it is. I mean, that's, of course, that's a holiday movie. Anything that obviously is a Christmas Story, Bad Santa, Silent Night, Deadly Night, I guess, if you want to look at that too. Aaron Trujillo, how you doing, my friend? I'm doing all right, doing all right. About to jump into this review in about a minute, believe it or not. We're just a little past the time, but we're going to stretch it one more minute. Nehemiah, what is your favorite Batman villain except the Joker? I would have to say maybe a more recent version of his villains. I would probably say Hush. And I only say that because that character is pretty awesome. If you guys don't know who Hush is, he's a recent addition to the canon. But essentially, he's a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne who knows who Batman is. He knows they're one and the same. But then actually before Batman knows that Hush is that character, Batman is tormented by him with his rogues gallery, kind of pitting all the characters against Batman together for a revenge sequence, a revenge story, which is pretty awesome. So I would say Hush because he looks awesome. He kind of looks like the Mummy with his face wrapped in bandages, and he's got the guns, and he's got, it's just really, really cool. So Hush is pretty awesome. Let's see. Don't forget Elf, of course. Yes, Will Ferrell. That's a classic one as well. You already know. Making a new Home Alone movie, and Macaulay Culkin is the villain in this one. Oh, we'll have to see about that. I don't know about that. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, after all these years, I think it's time for him to kind of take over the mantle of the dad, and then he kind of leaves his kid, and then in so many words, they maybe team up to do something together, and it'd be like a classic Home Alone type of situation. Polar Express, Candace Cherry says, see, you guys are all coming off with the holiday films. You already know, favorite holiday movie. This is really the time of the year. You really don't see Thanksgiving movies. You really don't see like, My Special Thanksgiving, or something like that. You know what I mean? You don't really see anything like that. It's always like, My Special Christmas, My One Wish Christmas, or, whatever. I'm just trying to kind of illustrate, but you don't see anything like, my heavenly Thanksgiving, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't see anything like that at all. So it's always about the holidays. Easy. Arkham, Nehemiah Sanders. Oh, the new character. They actually have one called Arkham Knight, obviously, which is not the same as the game, but another. It's in there as well. National Lampoon's Vacation. I saw you trying to type that quick there, Candace. Christmas Vacation, you probably mean. Absolutely. Probably have it on the Hallmark Channel from Mr. Raymer 98. Nice. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Outlaws Generations in the house there as well. Let's see. Who's the guy on the top left when you say Stay Frosty? That, oh, wow. If you have to ask that is crazy because you don't recognize who that is. That's Corporal Hicks from Aliens. That's who says Stay Frosty from that movie. So that's one of my all-time inspirations for sure. I love that movie to death. That's where I kind of saw, heard Stay Frosty the first time, and that's why I always use it on my channel ever since the beginning in 2013. So a long time. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Outlaw. Yes, good Thanksgiving movie. Good Christmas Story is my favorite as well. Did you hear TBS is bringing out a new animated series called Harley Quinn? Yes, I saw the Harley Quinn stuff. Yes, I've heard of that as well. Looking forward to the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey coming out later next year as well, too. It's going to be some good stuff. Christmas with the Cranks. You got some good stuff in there. Wasn't there a fake Thanksgiving Grindhouse trailer on Planet Death? It's been a while since I've watched the Grindhouse flicks. There's a couple of them there. So I have to take a look and see, Matt, for sure. And if anyone knows that information, drop that into the chat here. Dylan, Bill Paxton. Yes, Hudson from Aliens. Can you do more drive-through live chat? I'm planning something very soon. Actually, I've been testing something with the GoPro recently, and we're actually working on just kind of, making something a little bit more interactive and things like that as well as just better quality on top of it. I want to try and have like a separate camera and have my phone for the chat stuff so I don't have to worry about two things at once on the same display. So that's what I'm working on there. Favorite Jurassic Park World movie? Going to be probably the original and the very first Jurassic World. The first of each of those new things actually is always the best, to be honest there. So I would probably say the Jurassic World, not the second Fallen Kingdom. It was okay. And the very first Jurassic Park, for sure. Let's see here, going down the line. That's going in there. All right, cool. So you guys ready for this food review for something not from my area? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you guys are ready, or put like a knife and fork in the chat here. Let's see. You guys always know I love to keep it interactive with you guys. Late to the party, near the lights are up. Yep, Adam, it is that holiday time. So throughout the month, you already know what it is. Everyone is ready. Everyone is ready. Cool, cool, cool. E-Ricard is ready. Candace is ready. Jackie Hero Food Reviews is ready. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. Again, I hope you're doing well with the PT. Doing what you got to do there for sure. We got knives and forks all over the place here. Very nice. Derek Levesque. What's with the carrot? It's a holiday time. Unless this is a carrot cake, I'm not doing veggies for nothing. We got the frogs from Frankie James. Season's greetings. Gorilla Strong. Great to see you, my friend. It's been a minute. Thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very cool. All right, so let's just get into this right now. Guys, you guys all know I'm originally from back east, from New York. And when I was a kid, naturally, a lot of us here in the 80s, there was all kinds of cool things, you know, in terms of junk food and, you know, snack cakes and all kinds of things like that. Things that they kind of have nowadays as well. But unless you live in those territories back east, usually here on the West Coast, I'm not going to find 3/4 of what they used to be there. So we have some of the other brands. Naturally, Hostess is a nationwide thing. Debbie Cakes is a nationwide thing. Or not nationwide, but more, yeah, I guess more nationwide. We have that stuff here as well. And a few off brands of things. So Tasty Cake, yes, Sarah, that's right too. We have some of that here as well too that way. But naturally, there is a lot of other things out there very similar to those other brands that you can only find in certain territories. So for me personally, my sister actually, with some, like a lot of people that she knows and stuff like that, had a box sent to her from her boyfriend's family. And they basically loaded a whole bunch of things into this box of that stuff that we used to eat when we were kids, and something that we haven't had in a long time. So up until recently, when Hostess came back, you know, they had the snowballs and they had, you know, all those things as well. I remember having the Chocodiles when they were originally called Chocodiles, not just the chocolate covered Twinkie that says Chocodile like style. You know, it was the full on Chocodile wrap with that alligator, you know, setup and everything like that too. So she actually had some stuff thrown into the box, and there was a few different things that were in there. And one of them jumped out at me instantly, and especially her, because my sister and I used to eat these all the time. So it's from a company called Drake's. So if you guys know Drake's, it's pretty much kind of like the regional type of Hostess. They have all kinds of things naturally that are there. Entenmann's, yes, E-Ricard, you already know, nationwide too. I know sprinkle cookies, no black and white cookies. I love black and whites with a half chocolate, half vanilla. You know, those are really, really good. Cosmic brownies, best snacks ever. But yes, Drake's Cakes since 1896. And naturally, somebody asked earlier if I'm going to be doing like a Christmas related review. And technically, this is, I guess, a Christmas related review because the box is kind of like in the Christmas spirit for what it is. So basically what this is, as I'm going through here, and it looks like one person has already guessed what it is, and it's unbelievable to me that this person can do this. I'm telling you, the clairvoyancy is just off the chart. I just don't understand it. Drew, I don't understand how you know these things because I did not talk about this at all. But Devil Dogs, guys, feast your eyes on Drake's Cakes Devil Dogs. This is definitely a favorite. Basically just devil's food with a thick layer of cream on the inside. So vanilla type cream. It says bringing tradition home with Drake's, and they have yodels, they have ring dings, they've got devil dogs, which is what this is naturally. 8 of these in the box, and it's the classic box, and it's in the festive mode right there. So if you take a look at this, I don't know what this guy's name is. Does this guy have a name? You guys know what the name of this character is right over here? I mean, I guess the Drake's Duck, or Duck Drakes, or Duck Drakes, or DuckTales. I mean, there's no, obviously, you know, licensing for DuckTales in here for Walt Disney or anything. But pretty craziness. And I probably should have taken some almond milk with me here, but I think the milk will suffice, because if you guys know devil's food, you already know this stuff is thick. And I remember taking a bite of these when I was a kid, and I was like having to like chew it for like forever. So yes, he's the devilly, and I believe Drew is just off the chart. I'm telling you. Drake's, I'm thinking of the hip hop artist, Mr. Jimmy, me familia. What it do, man? Great to see you on here. But yeah, I don't think Drake's has anything to do with this. If anything, Drake probably ripped off Drake's. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think this is the other way around, because this is since 1896. Drake wasn't even a thought in anybody's eye back then. So crazy. I don't know. Have any of you guys had this before? I mean, if you guys live on the East Coast or naturally, this is not available here on the West Coast. You will not find this here at all. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys have had devil dogs before, and also if you like them. You know, I'm very curious to know that as well. $2.99 according to this. Now, granted, these are usually on special, so depending upon where you get them around your stores, chances are these are probably going to be like $2.50, maybe even $2. I don't know. But let me know if you guys are a fan of the Drake's brand. I don't want to say it's the poor man's Hostess, because I think there's a lot of value in a lot of these off brands that have their versions. Like they have like the snowballs from like Tasty Cake, and they have like, those types of things as well. So there's very little innovation in terms of those types of things, because you can tell what they're copying. This I haven't really seen copied by anybody else, even Hostess and vice versa. I've never really seen these actually are ready for it there. So I don't know. We'll have to give it a try here. So Drake's Cakes, let me see if there's a special way to open this, because it's been a minute. So it looks like, okay, I see how it is here. Very similar to the Hostess here. So I'm going to pop the front of this first, because if you guys know the Hostess cupcakes are the same way. If you follow the seam across the front and the sides, one side is completely flat like this. So they want you to lift it straight up. So I've seen so many people open up these boxes for Hostess cupcakes, and they destroy the box on the side. They pull it out when it's not fully open. Drives me crazy when I see that. All right, you guys get the first shot. Oh man, that is the classic wrap. That classic wrap. This has not changed. Can kind of smell it, I guess. It's fresh. I mean, it definitely smells pretty fresh. Let me pull one of these out here. Yeah, oh my God, this is taking me back. I remember these being so much bigger when I was a kid. I guess it's because, I don't know, I just remember them being a lot bigger than this. But this is like a little cigar. I mean, look at this. This is kind of crazy. I thought this was going to be a little bit bigger than this, but I don't know. 180 calories for one of these, 28 grams of carbs, fat is 7. Saturated is 3, and sugar is 17, which we figure that's kind of like a Twinkie. And the protein is 2. But 8 of these on the inside for devil dogs, and man, that's a little disappointing. I really remember these being a little bigger. Guys, look at this in my hand. Look at this thing, like barely the palm of my hand here. This is tiny. This is really, really tiny. So I don't know. We'll have to see here. But let me crack this open. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to actually take it out of the wrapper. I'm going to split it all the way down. And yeah, it's got the type of devil's food where it's so moist it kind of sticks to the plastic, but it's got that velvety type feel already. I can kind of, as my fingers are going around this here, let me pull this out. There we go. I've got some napkins on the side. And texture-wise, I know I've got that single focus in there, but yeah, this is way smaller already, guys. And I'm trying to open this up here. Let me see if I can crack this. Well, I'm not even going to try, because look, it's already kind of falling apart. It's like so moist here. Let's give this a shot. The Devil Dogs from Drake's, 1896. Let's see if it's going to taste the same. Yeah, I think it is already here. Here we go. It's so dry, but it's so good. Hold on. Oh, yeah. This is stuck everywhere. I probably should have taken something first. Hang on. That is pretty good. The cream tastes like a Twinkie. It really does. A little bit of vanilla. The devil's food is fairly fresh in this as well, but it's tiny. This is literally like maybe a 3 or 4 biter on here. And I got to admit, it is stuck all over the place here. Let's go for another bite. It's good though. Wow. It's tasty. All right, as I'm getting further into this, a little bit more moisture naturally. But devil's food is fresh. It tastes like I remember. And the quality of the devil's food is chocolatey. The cream itself, it's got a decent amount, but like I said, I remember these being a little bit bigger. Now, granted, when I was a little kid, probably everything, all food-related items there is going to seem like it's a much larger thing. And it's literally been maybe over 30 years, if you can believe this, since I've had one of these. So this is the very first time that I've had it since I was a kid. And I'm doing it on camera right now in front of you guys on a Friday night and a rainy night here in Southern Cali right now. So take that from what you will. Take that what you will, whatever you want to say here. But I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys here right now. All 55 plus of you with 34 thumbs up in the house. Tasty, tasty, tasty. So I've had literally about 90 calories of this right now, about maybe 14 grams of sugar. And I'm tasting it like it really is 14 grams of sugar. So would I continue to eat this? I'm probably not going to finish this box, probably not. But at the same time, I'm glad to have that nostalgic flavor of what it was when I was a kid. I remember it very well when I was a kid. And the freshness and the quality of what this tastes like is exactly the same. So if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, and technically I do have to rate this because I'm reviewing this for you guys here right now, I'm going to say this is, I'm going to say a couple of snowmen here. We'll go 88 on this particular one. If it was a little bit maybe moister initially, I know that's just the flavor of the devil's food because it's what it is. As you're eating it more, it's going to begin to kind of loosen up a bit. But the initial jolt of the dryness is really the thing that's kind of signature with Drake's for the Devil Dog itself. In my opinion, it's what I remember. But the quality is good. The cream is good. The consistency of the cream is decent. I wish there was maybe just a little bit more on the inside. But aside from this being literally just like that much bigger, it's just all right, you know, at the same time. Granted, things have changed. Twinkies are definitely smaller. A lot of the Hostess products are smaller than they used to be. So this really is no different. So I would say a couple of snowmen, which I think goes very well with the holiday season because it's cold and it's snowy in most of the country, in some places naturally, I should say. So 88, I think, is more than sufficient for the Drake's Cakes Devil Dogs. But I love the brand. It is a trademark brand. There's a little R next to it there, so nobody else uses this besides them. But 8 cream-filled Devil's Food Cakes. It is what it is. It is what it says it is, guys. It really is pretty tasty. But like I said, I wish I would have taken a small drink of something before I took the first bite. But there's the experience for you guys. It actually is, it's pretty tasty. So yes, a snowman rating, Frankie James, I think so. Frozen Swiss rolls from Little Debbie are the bomb from E-Ricard. I may have to give that a go. That actually sounds pretty awesome. And I'm stuck with devil's food now in the very back corners of my mouth. I have to try them nonchalantly, not really kind of like try and do this and clean my mouth in front of you guys. It's crazy right now. So yes, very glad to have checked out the Devil Dog. And sis, if you're watching right now, thank you so much for kicking your little bro off with a box of these things here right now. Very cool. I don't know if I'm going to finish those, but I'm glad to have tried it for the stream like I told you I was going to do about a week or so ago. So very, very tasty. Thug Bunny's Devil Dogs are good, but Mike Hawk melts in your mouth. I don't know what Mike Hawk is. Who's the brand? Hola, amigo from Ryan Elliott. Thanks so much for jumping on. Adam Young. Very nice to see you on here as well. Did you know the T-Rex from Jurassic World was in the original Jurassic Park? Yes. Yes, 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 Nehemiah. You already know. Drew had the frozen Winter McDing-Dong. You know, I saw that you actually reviewed those, Drew. Those were in the store recently from that too. Let's see here. Going down the line. Let me see if what I may have missed here. Derek, throw those in the freezer for 20 minutes. It won't fall apart. I may have to give that a go. Let's see. Going down. There we go. Thug Bunny's TV. I thought we were friends, my friend. I'm sorry to see that go there, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Oleg 250. Are you the same Adam Young from Owl Cities? Talking right there. Favorite movie, Twister, 1996 from Dom. Very cool. Very cool. E-Ricard, busy typing. It's all good. I appreciate you. You guys know we have a pretty amazing community here as well, so I appreciate all of the positivity here in the chat as always. You already know what it is. Great to see you guys on here. Drew says, yes, his sister hooked him up with the winter hostess cakes. You know, that's the thing. I mean, if most of you guys know, if you do food reviews on YouTube, 9 times out of 10, your family knows what you do. They usually kind of kick you down with a couple of different things to try every so often. So it was really kind of cool to get that as well. Really, really good things. Let's see, going down here, did you hear about Freddie? Neon, did you hear about Freddie? I know Freddie Foodie King. What about Freddie? What about Freddie? Outlaw, any news about fast food items to review? Anything at least for BK? There is a couple of things coming from BK. Obviously, you know about the Winter Wonderland thing right now for the Whopper. There will be obviously something else before the end of the month. There always is. But I'm always kind of kept in the dark until right up about, you know, they say, hey, guess what? This is what's coming. But obviously, we all know that something is next after the Pretzel King as well. And the Rodeo King, which is out now. That was actually a test market a few months back. My buddy, the endorsement, reviewed that. And then I actually made that. They actually had all the ingredients for that here. So I did that literally about, I want to say, I think around the summertime, I think it was like late summer. I did the Rodeo Stacker King. Which is out now nationwide officially. So that's a good burger. It's a really good burger. E-Ricard quit for the 4th time. What? I'm going to have to see what's going on here. If this is this past week, obviously, since I've been on for the streaming, which, by the way, I hope you guys had a very beautiful Thanksgiving as well. David P., what's for dinner tonight? We actually went to El Pollo Loco right before the stream, David. So I'm actually going to be catching up on some shows tonight for sure. And it's going to be a rainy weekend. So I may be doing some editing to have something out most likely on Monday, if anything there, because this is going to be kind of crazy this weekend. So the video I put out tonight is kind of a quickie from Jack in the Box with the Tres Leches parfait with strawberries. Jackie Hero, only my one niece supports my channel. No support from the rest of the fam. What? No. I don't believe that, Jackie. I don't believe that. You're very good at what you do. And it's a blast, you know, obviously you have a blast doing what you do. Don't say that. Don't say that. I hope that's not the case. Neon, he quit doing food reviews. No. That won't last if that's the case. How many times have I think we've seen people say they're going to quit and then next thing you know, they come back again. It's okay too. You know, everyone's got their own thing. I don't know. Me personally, I don't think that's the thing to kind of voice in public that way. You either do or you don't, but that type of thing, because then when you do come back, it creates more of a snowstorm effect that sometimes is not positive, at least from what I've seen, you know, in the past. And so I hope that's not the case. Let's see here. Jackie, very quick. Jay Callen in the house. Let's see here. Nehemiah, are you drinking hot chocolate? No, straight water right here. Oleg, do I like Def Leppard? Yes, Pour Some Sugar on Me. That's a great album from Hysteria for sure. A lot of the early stuff too is pretty awesome. I got to admit, really, really good. E-Ricard, yes, Jackie Review always comes back shortly after though. You know, sometimes you have to just kind of like step away sometimes if you really feel like things are just not, you know, creatively moving for you. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I guess updating your audience, if that's the case, is to do it that way. But I mean, everyone does things in their own way, and that's perfectly fine. But certain things naturally, hopefully they can, you know, find that creative spark to kind of like, you know, what it is that they want to do to make it work for them. Because there's a lot too, you know, with YouTube and the way that it can really it can drain you depending upon how you use it. So it's not something that I can do every single day. Usually every other couple of days, you'll see something from me because I'm always working on something. I'm always editing something. There's always something coming out every week. But you have to take time for yourself. And especially during the holidays, this is a hard time in general for a lot of people. And it's difficult. So believe me, if you've lost family members, if you've gone through some hardships, if you're going through some hardships, having, you know, an outlet like this can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse depending upon how you use it. So, you know, it's really kind of, you know, just the way that I view it as well. So I try and use it as proactively and as positively as possible. And also it helps me cope with things, you know, as well. And most of you guys know I've had a very rough year, especially starting off this year with, you know, a major health thing that I'm still dealing with. So, you know, it's just one of those things that you just, you know, you have to find a way to make it work for you in the best, most possible way that you can is really, and everybody's different. Let's see. Jason, hats off to Awesome Food Review. Oh man, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've evolved so much since I found out about your channel back in 2014. I'm so proud of you and what you've achieved. Thank you. I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you as well. Naturally, I mean, you're doing what you do on a daily basis too there, and you have a blast doing it, and you have, you know, an audience that's engaged with you as well. I mean, that's you know, what more could you ask for? Guys, I mean, we have 58 people watching here effectively here, but I know once the stream ends, it'll be more than that. So people have checked in here and there. That says something. It's just, I'm so grateful and humble for you guys. You just don't know. I mean, I say this to my family all the time, and my friends around me. I feel very blessed to be able to do what I do. And the way that I do it, I have so much fun doing it. I mean, that's the thing, is you got to have fun doing this stuff. If it's not fun, it'll come across in the content. It'll come across in delivery. And you just got to have a good time. You know, just got to have a good time. Let's see here. Jason, after my dad passed away, you've always kept me company. Well, no worries, man. No worries. Like I said, the community is a very big one. I know a lot of people say because we're always so busy doing things that we're not everywhere at one time, but when you turn the lights out, the stars twinkle. So we're always there, you know, and everybody's doing their thing. And every once in a while we cross paths and we, you know, I just totally just, did you guys see that? That was crazy. I don't know what happened there. But we, you know, naturally we all run in the same circles, and a lot of people are on the same pieces of content in some way, shape, or form. We're in touch with each other in some way, which is always kind of fun. Ed Keaton, anniversary of your mom's passing this Sunday. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Like I said, the holidays are rough. It really is a rough time, especially for things like that. Van, how long does it take you to edit a video, and is it difficult? You know, when I started out, it was a learning curve always. I mean, naturally starting off editing, it's always like that. But as you go and you get more seasoned, you get more in tune with what you're using, your editing tools. I'm trying to gear up to buy a new laptop to increase in, you know, my performance of how I can put my output out there, and also be able to do better things with what I've got, because I'm using the same equipment since I started my channel way back in 2013. So I'm trying to kind of, you know, raise funds and do what I can to make it as easy as possible, as everybody is. We're always trying to move forward. But it takes typically between 4 to 5 hours minimum for a lot of these things. So, you know, each video you have to think, if you look at it closely, you know, I do put in a lot of time to make sure that I have a specific message, a specific, you know, format, a specific role, if you want to say, in terms of how it moves from beginning, middle, and end. So it takes a lot of time to kind of perfect that in my eyes before I'm ready to put something out there. So minimum 4 to 5 hours. Typically it's in that range though, at least. I mean, that's kind of what that is. Angel Munoz Variety Show, what it do, man? I was happy to meet you and hang out with you on Trav's live stream this year. If you're ever in Arizona, I would like to do a food review. Very cool, Angie. It was great to meet you as well. And you keep doing what you're doing as well and continue to grow. I would love to get out there. There's a lot of places across the country. And my wife always says, you know, maybe you should put out like a GoFundMe thing, and, you know, maybe do something where you can kind of raise funds and, you know, do something and travel around and get people to kind of help sponsor some of these things. I'm always so on the fence with doing stuff like that. But naturally, as things are getting bigger and as the channel is continuing to grow and as more content, you know, continually comes out, there's always something to review. It may not necessarily be the newest thing out, fast food, because there's always something out there people haven't seen. So I like to kind of fill with whatever is new with things that I'd like to try. So sometimes you may see 2 or 3 reviews from the same spot within the same month, only because there are things that look interesting to me to give a go. So I eventually do review them. So, but I'd love to get out to different places. There's so many places I know. With Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews being out in Galveston, Texas, in that area, and all the barbecue spots over there. And I did actually have some barbecue on the way back when we were, the wifey and I were coming back from CraveCon, literally over 3+ years ago now, 2016. So I would love to be able to travel around and actually give you guys that content to do it there. So I'd love to raise the funds to do it. That would be just an amazing thing. It'd be a dream, a quote unquote job, because it doesn't feel like a job. When I create what I do, it doesn't make me feel like I'm putting in the work, even though it takes hours to create one piece of content. It doesn't make me feel like I'm, you know, like I'm grinding away at it there. I'm having so much fun creating. And then when I finally make the thumbnail and I get everything loaded and ready to go, you know, the night before, you know, I premiere something, I feel the most, you know, well, let's say I contemplate in terms of like, you know, I feel the most content, I should say, because I know there's a fresh piece of content that I know at least one person is going to enjoy, and hopefully it's more, and it reaches more people, and positive gives somebody an idea of what it is that I'm trying to convey as a message, and it's just fun to do. So yeah, I would love to. I'd love to make my way out there for sure. For sure. The endorsements in the house. What it do, man? Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Great to see you. Always a pleasure. I know we talk pretty often, but it's great to see you here in the chat. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of great interaction with everybody here right now. I got to say, it is just awesome. Outlaws Generation, recently bought a new video card and processor for my computer. Nice, 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 nice. I'm looking at that MacBook 17, or the new 16-inch MacBook. It's about $23.99 on Amazon, or 22 and change, and I'm trying to raise funds as much as possible to soften the blow, because I really need to move on to some new equipment that can do better processing, take less time, and just basically crunch and do all the live streaming things better. Just basically newer stuff, you know, of course, there. And I think I've been on the same hardware for the last 6 years. I think I've earned the right, finally, at about 1,000 videos produced on my equipment right now to do that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Let's see. Outlaws Generation. Ian, ever get any struggles on views from time to time? Last much, I was getting 700 a video, and now I only have 250. Man, YouTube hates me. No, I don't think YouTube hates you, Mike. I'm not really so much in terms of that. Usually I know what I pretty much average every time I release something, and depending upon what the product is, I haven't taken a look to see how Jack in the Box is doing today, but chances are with desserts and with small items, I'm not expecting anything crazy with that. But it naturally, when I produce those pieces of content, I really want to just put something out there for you guys. If it takes off, beautiful. I mean, that's always the thing that all content creators look for, is that accolade of knowing that you have something with high views. But as long as what you're doing, you know, is you're putting out the quality and you're delivering on that expectation every single time, people will see that, and eventually things will begin to naturally and organically move up the ranks. So every so often something doesn't do as much as I'd like it to do, or much as what I'm expecting, but then I'm already into the next thing. Whenever you see something that's released like today, there's already something else in the hopper that'll be hopefully the next thing for me, to be something that you guys are going to enjoy. So that's how I'm always looking at it. I don't look at it as oh my God, this video just completely tanked right now. This is a horrible situation. But it's all a matter of just, you know, doing what you got to do, and definitely, you know, make every video that you put out better than the last one. Always strive to improve upon the last one and keep it moving. Nehemiah, do I want to hear something funny? Sure. Drop it in here. Love when you guys are all interacting in the chat here. Everybody shouting out to the endorsement. We have some amazing content creators here in the chat right now. Drew's Food Reviews, Jackie Hero Food Reviews, the endorsement, just everybody, Outlaws Generation, Jason Callan, and some other creators who may not be wanting to make themselves known. Just so you guys know, for those of you in particular who are watching that are not dropping into the chat, because I'm sure there are a few of you out there, huge thank you for doing what you do, because by doing what you do and helping the community move along, it really kind of just keeps everything in a very rosy situation. So I think we have an awesome niche here on YouTube in terms of the food review community, the fast food review community. Whatever type of review that you do, you're putting out something for the content and for the community in general. So that's just a beautiful thing. That's what makes YouTube what it is. And if you're putting out quality content and it's positive and you're getting that response, and you're drama free mostly for the most part, that's only going to help your brand and just help you in general grow. And that's the best thing in the world right there, to be honest. Let's see. Outlaw, I bet new upgrades for my computer will help my videos a bunch. Definitely. Well, in terms of the processing power and speed and that too there. But again, Outlaw, it comes down to creativity as well. So if you pair that up, pair up the awesome creativity that you have within you, and every content creator here on the platform has within them, with awesome hardware and tools, that's a lethal combination right there. So, just so you guys know, and a lot of people ask me these questions, I swear by Final Cut Pro 10. I love Final Cut. Nothing against Adobe Premiere and the rest of these, Sony Vegas that I've heard. A lot of people use that as well. Final Cut for me is just so versatile, so powerful, and I know I'm well versed in using it. But I'm always still learning, and with plugins and things like that as well. But I love trying to make my content pop in a way that kind of like, you have the story, you have the beginning, the middle, of the end, but there's something along the way that kind of keeps you engaged with it there. And Final Cut for me just gives me that ability to make that a reality, and I love it each and every time. Whenever I create, I love using the software. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Let's see. Big Daddy review In-N-Out Double Animal Style. I've actually done a couple of In-N-Out reviews way back in the day with the wifey, believe it or not, one of my earlier reviews, but also with Joey's World Tour a few years ago as well. We did some of the X menu. which is the in and out stuff there as well, which is the 4x4, the 5x5, 6x6, all the rest of those. I think it was a 4x4 that I did with that one there. Let's see, going down here. We're wrapping up the last 5 minutes. Ed Keaton, feeling a bit sick. Have a great weekend. Stay frosty, my friend. You as well, Ed. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you guys. All of you guys who have spent some time with me tonight, if you're still in here from the beginning, thank you so much for doing that. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you so much for making it to this far into the stream to do so. I appreciate you greatly. But Ed, definitely hope you feel better this weekend and stay warm. And if you're in, especially if you're in a cold spot, you know, definitely stay warm. You already know. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews is ducking out as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you on here, Sarah. And again, I hope everything is going well with you for sure. Christmas, working on Christmas sucks. I laugh at endorsement. Yes, Jackie, you already know. Ian Devil Dog is delicious. It was pretty tasty. It really was pretty tasty. It was. Let's see. Jose, would you ever try a hamburger with extra? What is that? I have no idea. From Jack in the Box? I don't know what that is. Is that Petamite? Is that Vegemite? Is someone trying to troll me with that? What is that actually? Let's see. I have to go on my route to live with some parts. Have a great weekend, Ian. We'll try making some good content, bringing back another outlet. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Mike, keep doing what you do, man. Stay safe on the road for sure. And definitely keep plugging away. And like I said, all of us are doing what we can to move all of our channels forward, you know, as positively as possible. Keep doing what you do and keep stretching it out. And just delivering on your audience's expectations, and not only deliver on the audience expectations, but blow them out of the water and surprise them, you know, with something on the next video that you may not have done the previous one. Always strive to make that last piece of content second best to what your current piece of content is. Do that every single time, and you'll definitely do what you got to do there. And I have no doubt. Let's see, as we wind this one down. Let me see here. We're getting down to the end over here. You stay frosty as well, Mike. Stay up. Stay up, brother man. Did I like The Irishman? Jason, man, that was awesome. You know, that was a 3.5-hour movie that just flew by for me. Amazing performances, amazing performance capture for the de-aging of how they did those characters. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci was fantastic in that. And just overall, a very, very hardcore, gritty gangster flick that you'd expect from Martin Scorsese. So yes, I loved it. I mean, it ranks up there with some of the best that they've all done together in the past, whether it's Casino, Goodfellas, you know, little shades of the Godfather type of thing there as well. But, you know, a little bit more modern day based upon the era of Kennedy and past, present, and current day. It was really very well acted, very well done. So fantastic film. Van is skipping the Lakers game to tune in to me. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I won't keep you too much far from it here because we're about to log it out right now. And as a shout out to Mr. Jimmy, thank you so much for that reminder. Definitely hitting that like button before you head out. Thank you so much. We got 49 peeps currently in the house right now, which is awesome by this time of the stream, an hour later. 44 thumbs up. So if you guys haven't smashed that one there, if we can get to 50 before we close this one out here in just a couple of minutes, that would be awesome. And I appreciate you guys greatly. For sure. Jason Callan, take it easy, take it easy. I appreciate you jumping on. Nehemiah, so 2 nights ago, I had to go to sleep at school with nephew and got home. Banging the door, calling me Nene. Okay. Eric National, tried those Pringles roasted turkey because of your live stream. Good stuff. Yeah, you know, I still have a few of those left, believe it or not. I haven't actually finished those yet. You know, my wifey was out for a bit there, so she hadn't had a chance to give them a try, so she's going to have to for sure. Just Me Out Here has liked it. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. All right. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. We got 48 thumbs up right now. We're 2 away from that magic 50 mark. And I appreciate it. We are almost there. And we're right up on the 9 o'clock time frame as well. So the timing is definitely great. Jency Molina, you guys have a great night as well. Great to see you guys on here. 49, 51, we have hit it with 50 people watching. That is just the primo thing right over there. So guys, let me just say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Again, you will be able to find this live stream available to you at some point tomorrow is what I'm shooting for. So I'm going to try to make sure that happens there because there's so much that I've got going on tomorrow too. But I'm definitely going to watch some shows tonight. I'll come back to this for sure. S. Selleck 2006, again, thank you for the super chat donation. And again, for anyone who may have donated on PayPal, I'll take a look after. You guys will find yourselves in the show notes down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed spending a little bit of time with me here tonight. I greatly appreciate you guys for jumping on here right now. So for sure. Angel Munoz, even if we don't meet each other, we still have to do a collab review and do. Very cool, very cool. We have to see about doing something at some point here as well, Angel. I get a lot of requests too there, and I try and honor as much as I can all the time, but it's so difficult because of everything I get bombed with in email to get things going, unless things like line up. Believe me, there's so many people I'd like to work with and want to work with, and people who reach out that want to do the same. But I have so much that I try and do, and believe me, I'm trying my very best. I know that it's been a minute since I've collabed in general. It's only because I have so much that I'm always filming and recording and schedules and things, and it's hard. It's really, really hard. It's only getting harder as things seem to be getting more and more closer to the 25,000 plus mark and above. It's just craziness with it. But I'm so grateful. Don't get me wrong. I love it with a passion. But one of these days, we'll have to see about that. Maybe something on the live stream, Angel. We can do something with like StreamYard or something to kind of give it something fun for an audience, or, you know, something like that. Maybe we can get something that way. So guys, let me just say again, thank you so much for jumping on here right now. This is Ian K officially closing out the live stream for December 6, 2019. I appreciate you guys greatly. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Guys, great time tonight. I had a lot of fun. It was a blast to take a look at the Devil Dogs, a mainstay from the East Coast here on the West Coast. This is kind of vacationing in on my side of the town here for a while. So thank you so much for being on here right now. You guys are amazing. And we will definitely talk to you guys next week. I'm shooting for as well. Got to find something holiday related as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the month, which incidentally, I'm working on my top 10 for 2019. Once I hit December 15th, that's the cutoff for me to kind of see, to lock in which videos that had the most views throughout the year, like I always do every year. And I'll start putting that video together to have out probably on the 31st. I think last year I released the top 10 of 2018. I released it on New Year's Eve. I think I did that there. So I'll say maybe something close to that time frame, but it always comes up when in the middle of all my other regular reviews. So it's a lot of work to put together on top of my schedule that I already have almost mapped out for this month already, with some really cool things I think you guys are going to like. So we'll have to see what we can do here. But guys, again, thank you so much for jumping on. Jackie Hero Food Reviews as well, one of my patrons. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And you have all the support in the world, Jackie. I know that you've got more people that secretly are probably watching you that are not acknowledging it. If it's family related, you need to get on them, because family is definitely where it begins. And then from there, you know, naturally the mi familia from the community is what it is. But you do have all the support in the world. You have my support all in the world. Definitely in terms of what you do, for sure. There's so many amazing content creators who really put it out there on the daily. Drew's Food Reviews is always doing his stuff. He's always live streaming as well too, putting out content. And all the other creators out there, some of which are not on tonight, who usually drop in, who really put it out. So you guys are amazing. So first and foremost, always know that, you know, regardless, you know, use the platform to really kind of push your channel forward naturally and to really get your message out there. But just be positive with it, and just eventually things will just kind of go the way that they're supposed to go, as long as you're putting in that positive work and the energy and the time. And just, you know, use it constructively. Don't let it become an issue to really, you know, affect you mentally. I'm not going to go any further than that. But definitely, I think you know what I'm talking about with it too. So guys, thanks so much for jumping on. I am going to jump out right now, and I will definitely talk to you guys soon. So again, Ian K is closing it out officially. I am definitely done with it right now. No more earthquake streams. Drew, do not bring that up, please. Please, please, no more earthquake stuff. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about that anymore. But homie hugs to everybody again. I will talk to you guys soon. Next review is most likely going to be on Monday, because it's already crazy weather. I do have some stuff I can kind of edit together and do, but if I can get to it done maybe on Sunday, possibly. But this one may have to kind of be stretched to Monday, considering today I just have a video out now as well. So I usually don't go longer than a couple of days, you know, before something else is new again from me there. So Michael Domayer, you stay frosty as well, man. It's chilly out your way. It's definitely chilly out your way right now. All right, guys, I am done. Enjoy. Hope you have a great weekend, and continue on with December, guys. I mean, time just rolls on. 2020 is right around the corner. It's crazy. It's crazy talk right now with that. Have a good one, guys. I will definitely talk to you soon. You as well, Drew. I'll be here in the chat for just a few minutes, and I'll do some responses back if you guys are still here. And again, thank you for doing what you guys do and being here with me for a little bit on a Friday night. It means the world. And it's just a blast. It's a blast to do for you guys too. So take care. I will definitely talk to you soon. Stay frosty again. See ya.